Hey, I had somebody ask me for some advice for their kid on how to play high notes on the flute. Mm, so I figured I'd put a little thing together because Instagram messages are not the best place to share video messages. Yeah. So with the flute, it's an open system, but in some ways it works about the same as brass instruments. The harmonic series is still at play here. So just as brass instruments have to change the direction of their air stream and adjust the size of the or adjust the shape of their oral cavity, their tongue position and stuff to change their pitch, we have to do the same with the flute. Um, so a great way to show how that works is by doing harmonics exercises. Just like brass uses a harmonic series, so does the flute. That's why our low F on the bottom space of the staff and our middle F on the top line of the staff has the exact same fingering because we're working on a similar principle as those instruments. But our airstream has to do something different to play those different Fs. So the lower F is very relaxed. The higher F, the inside of my lips come out a little bit. The airstream gets a little bit narrower, and that helps the air move faster. I'm not necessarily pushing harder, but my embouchure shape helps that air move faster. The analogy I used before is that of if you take a water balloon, or if you've ever used water balloons, they have those little spout thingies you can put on a hose, and it's shaped like a cone. Um, if you have the water coming out of the hose, it's going one speed. You put that little spout on there where it makes the water come out in this skinny, skinny stream. All of a sudden, the water is going super fast and it shoots out really, really far. So that's what we're doing with our air. We're using the same amount of air in a lot of these cases, especially when you play higher, you can actually use less air because our embouchure is like that little cone. Our lips open less. There's a smaller hole for that same amount of air to come out of at a faster speed, to make those faster vibrations, to make a higher pitch. So F and F is a small harmonic jump. To show you the embouchure change, if I put my fingers down for a low D, thumb 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I can play even more notes. They won't be in tune the higher I go because it's not the authentic fingering, but I can practice my embouchure this way. So using this fingering, this is called a harmonics exercise. It's great for training your embouchure and practicing getting those higher notes out, preparing to get those higher notes out, or just cleaning up your tone. I can get a low D, of course. I can get a D on the fourth line of the staff. I can get an A on the first ledger line above the staff. There it is. I can get a D that's above that A. I think that's 2 ledger lines and a space above it. I'll get a little closer to the camera so you can see the embouchure effects. And you can really see the aperture between my lips getting smaller as I go higher. That's the F sharp. A, C, E. That's 3 ledger lines and a space. So I switched from the harmonic fingering to the true fingering to the harmonic. It's very out of tune, but it's a great way to improve your tone by comparing them. And then I think it can go one higher to the A that's above that F sharp. So A, C, E, G. 2, 3, 4, 4 ledger lines and a space. That's my delivery for dinner. Sorry. So yeah, I was able to hit that 4 ledger lines in a space high A. I compared it to the authentic fingering and then went back for the tone of it, and that's a great way to practice getting up to the high notes. But a lot of it is about aperture size, as you were able to see, and air direction. Air direction makes a big difference too. That's why it looked like my lips kind of went almost like kissy face when I went even from the F to the F. You could see the wet part of the bottom lip a little bit more. That is a micro movement of my chin assisting in the air direction. Lower notes, the air is actually aimed very low. The higher we go, the air needs to be aimed higher against the wall inside the embouchure plate, inside the lip plate. In the embouchure hole, that little wall where our air breaks, the location on which the air hits that little wall is important. So I think of when I'm aiming my air, I'm thinking about that little wall. When I'm playing low notes, I want to hit the bottom of the wall. When I'm playing higher notes, I want to hit more like the middle of the wall. And that just changes as I go up. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see my micro movements on my lip and or my chin. I haven't played in a little bit. So hopefully that was a little bit more noticeable. But yeah, that's basically how you get there. And keep practicing, and you can even do quick transitions from low to high like that in Mozart's, one of Mozart's concertos, I believe the one in D. So thanks and bye.